Good morning. We're going to go ahead and begin public forum October 19, 2023. Gary Sansing Public Forums is intended for matters not included on the agenda for the upcoming BCC meeting. Citizens wishing to address those items on the agenda, please sign up to speak to the item at the regular BCC meeting. Speakers, please refrain from abusive or profane remarks, disruptive outbursts, protests, or any other conduct which interferes with the orderly conduct of the Gary Sansing Public Forum. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes unless otherwise determined by the chairperson to allow sufficient time for all speakers. First speaker is Chris Kerb.
Good morning, Commissioners. We get 3 minutes? Well, that's cool. I like that. Don't get used to it. I'm a little slow this morning. I played golf yesterday with Jerry Cooey, District 3 candidate, and Dan Danforth with Project Hydrology, and a former county employee. So anyway, had a pleasant experience with a Escambia County Animal Control Department Monday. I pulled up to get dog tags for my fur babies, and about 8:30 in the morning, and finding a sign on the door that says basically come back at noon. However, a nice lady, she was going in the building at the same time I was going in, and she opened the door and she says, "Can I help you?" And she helped me and took care of getting my tags for my dogs, and she could have kicked the can down the road, but she promptly took care of my needs. This is an example of good, efficient government and good customer service. I could talk about inefficiencies in government, but there's enough people doing that right now. So why not bring this up? This evening I have a speaking engagement with a community for Perdido City Incorporation, or Stop Perdido City Incorporation, whichever way you want to look at it. It's at 6 o'clock at Bailey's Middle School. I believe Commissioner McGosh, you're planning on being there. This is a light government incorporated movement that appears to be because some folks voting in precincts districts 55, 67, 73, 95, and 105, they don't feel Escambia County government is adequately representing or doing enough for these folks, while others think that they're just not engaging the county enough. So there is another way. Front page news this morning was an article, Crossroads in Pensacola. It was about this year's quality of life survey. Noted the Escambia County Commission had its worst showing in survey history, 15 years, with 32% positive ratings and 65% negative. I wonder what would happen if we had a flooding issue survey that would reveal after we had a next catastrophic flood event. I would say flooding matters, just ask NOAA. I formerly mentioned the Precept Act and the Floods Act. Do you think Escambia County should prepare for their future and adopt NOAA Atlas 14 in preparation to modernize stormwater management with NOAA Atlas 15 rainfall data, or continue using 1979 rainfall data?
Thank you, buddy.
I'll email it to you.
All right, thank you. Next speaker is Larry Downs.
Hello, hello. Larry Downs, Junior Plumbing, LLC, because fecal matters. Y'all don't forget that. It's probably one of the, it's the number one thing that has made people well. Number one thing, plumbing. More than pharmaceutical companies. Let me see. Yep. Here we are getting deep into the heart of, cold, flu, and coronavirus, or COVID season. In the deep, not a mask one on in here. Have y'all not been watching the news? COVID's making a comeback. Says you got to go get your number 6 shot, your injection. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? That's the reason why I wanted to come up here. Make sure Mr. Berry You know, did you get them, Bender? Did you get those shots? I mean, I want to make sure that y'all are up to date, fully vaccinated, because I remember this same board here pretty much condoning, encouraging our fellow citizens to get all of these shots. How many pills, potions, injections, pills, concoctions, and chemicals are we going to inject into our society and think that we're going to have a strong society? Seriously, Mr. Barry, how's those, those vaccinations good for little babies? This is the amazing part to me is how many prescriptions does the average American take? Data suggests that among those who take prescription medications, the average number of medications is 4. 4. Isn't that amazing? And hold on, y'all got to hear this here. America takes 75% of the world's medications, and 7 out of 10 people die of chronic and preventable disease. Isn't that weird? 75% of the world's pharmaceutical corporations are injected or ingested, or some type of patch or something goes into our citizens. Isn't that amazing, Mr. Barry? It's amazing. And what do y'all think the prescription rates have gone to? Think they've gone down or up since COVID 2020? They're taking more than ever. More than ever. Hey, say that? Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. And what was it? Wasn't Baptist and Sacred Heart in West Florida, they were up here begging y'all for more of the coronavirus money, the free money? They were up here doing that. We're like, we got cases. We got to save the people. Mr. Barry, you should be paying attention to the people. We pay your salary. Hope you don't have a conflict of interest in any of your votes today, Mr. Barry.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words, Larry. Eric Sharplin.
Make sure you get those Pfizers. Got to have them.
Well, good morning, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to come down this morning. Once again, I wanted to speak in support of Commissioner Bergosh. And the other day, there was a person on there, and you know what I'm talking about that you're blowing everything out of proportion. And I got on to them because I just don't think that's true, that you're blowing anything out of proportion. I would just like to see our meetings be positive, no, negativity. And I think that we're making great progress in Escambia County. I go back to what Ronald Reagan said, the shining city upon a hill. And that's what Escambia, Pensacola can be if everybody would just work together and just stop the complaining. I know that they were complaining about Mr. Barry not turning over his cell phone after what happened with the last cell phone. He'd be sort of crazy to turn it over to our IT department, because I hope that these people are brought to justice, because it's just a shame what they've done to you. And I just wanted us to come down and offer my support. And good to see y'all, and hopefully next time we'll have all our commissioners here with us. So thank you, folks.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Have a nice day, Eric. Public forum is adjourned. We'll begin the board meeting promptly at 9 o'clock.